What is going on, family? It's your boy Kasim here at BlackPowerRise. First, I'd like to say Happy Memorial Day to everyone out there, and for those that do celebrate it and knows the real true meaning of Memorial Day, and those that have fought for our country. You know, y'all heard me talk about having the right people around you. So I want to say, having that right person around you at the same time, when they believe in you, first you got to believe in yourself. But what I really want to say to you guys, family, here at BlackPowerRise, if you don't believe in your dreams, no one else will. On top of that, having that right person can change your future. I'm talking from experience, people.
BlackPowerRise. Yeah. We built for greatness. Came from the bottom where the struggle was real. Now we teaching people how to rise and heal. God put purpose deep inside the pain. Now we turning hard lessons into generational gain. No more surviving, now we building wealth. Teaching ownership and loving ourselves. Every business built is a seed for the youth. Every success story become living proof. BlackPowerRise got a mission to lead. Planting motivation like spiritual seeds. Helping dreamers understand they can win when they trust God and believe within.
Don't stop now, the blessing getting close now. We built for greatness, destined to rise. God put the vision deep in our eyes. And to the sky, let the whole world know. BlackPowerRise, helping kings and queens grow.
Talking about having the right mentor, people. The reason why I say that, I see a lot of people out here, they want to be authors, entrepreneurs, whatever it is they want to go after. Want to be filmmakers, actors, whatever it is, like I said, whatever your goal is. But what I'm telling you, without a mentor or someone to guide you, to show you what success really looks like, because anybody can want success. And once you're around other successful people, that's going to make you even more hungry. That's going to make you realize that you're heading in the right path, or they're going to hold you accountable. But you got to be able to accept criticism. You got to be able to acknowledge them at the same time and know what they're talking about, because it's coming from the heart. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Success becomes harder, especially when you try to do it alone. I'm talking from experience, people. When I first started, I was so focused on, researching and getting to want to write a book until I seek guidance. That started with Carl Weber, Hope Clark, Zane, Michael Presley, Crystal Lancy Wilson, and other authors that helped me. Here's the truth most people don't talk about. Success becomes a lot harder, especially when you're trying to do it alone. I'm talking from experience, family. When I first started writing a novel, I was writing, but I wound up seeking help thanks to a woman who introduced me to Carl Weber. And then from Carl Weber, it went to Zane. And then from Zane, you had people like Michael Presley, as well as Crystal Lancy Wilson, that I can remember. The late Eric Jerome Dickey. And most importantly, I could never forget Hope C. Clark. That woman helped me. So what I'm saying is, having a mentor and having the right people around you can help you grow. Because trying to be successful alone is a lot harder than seeking guidance or having a mentor. Believe me, mentorship matters when you really want true success. The reason why I say that, because a true mentor is not someone who just gives you advice. They're gonna see your future. They're gonna see the vision that you're trying to create. They're gonna want to be part of that success that you want to create. On top of that, do not be afraid to accept criticism. Do not be ashamed to accept criticism. Again, I'm talking from experience, people. And I thank God for the people who he's brought in my life when it comes to me rising and rising and rising. At the same time, something he told me, which I already knew because it was in me already. Don't ever be afraid not to help somebody. I was always the one helping people. But once he said that, it just showed me that I was doing something right. Because sometimes a mentor will see the greatness in you before you even see it. When I had my stage plays, he seen it. And he always pushed me to keep going and keep going. This is the same man that I told you guys, you've heard me talk about him. Say, whatever it is you do not hold it in. The reason why he said that, because he wants that same thing from me. I'm talking about giving advice to the young folks. I'm talking about giving advice to others that come to me for advice. Again, that was in me already, but once I heard him say that, that let me know that I've been doing the right thing all this time. You know, in Proverbs 15:22, it talks about the lack of counsel, but with many advisors, you know, everybody succeeds. So what I always say, when we all work together, you know, in unity, everybody succeeds. Everybody can eat. There's no reason to hate on the next man or woman. So what I'm saying here at BlackPowerRise, people, you have to want to be successful. But how hungry are you? How hungry are you for that success? God's given you a gift. Are you using that gift? We're already in May, people. At the same time, this is the second quarter of the year now. Again, how hungry are you? Because too many people out here think asking for guidance makes them weak. I asked for guidance and I asked for help, especially when I first started directing, especially when I first started acting, because I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. At the same time, I went to acting school, I went to directing school because I was hungry. Same thing with me asking for advice when I was doing my screenwriting, when I was doing my writing as an author. I asked for advice because I wanted to do it correctly. You don't have to be perfect, but at the same time, you do have to get started. And these people, they could see the fire in me. At the same time, God sees the fire in me. So again, I'm asking you, how hungry are you, people? Please hit like, share, and subscribe here at BlackPowerRise. Share it with your friends and family at the same time, because not only does it help the channel grow, somebody else can use this video. Somebody else, this video that I'm doing and sharing this with you guys can help somebody else. So do not be afraid to share it. Do not be ashamed to share it. And I appreciate it. Trust and believe me, people. Guidance makes you wiser, because family can help you succeed also. Being around the right people can make you even hungrier, even more. Again, I'm talking from experience. So at the same time, being around people and learning from them, at the same time, you learning and coming up with a plan of your own, because God knows your heart. So I'm telling you now, every successful person learned from somebody. I don't care if it was a family member, I don't care if it was a friend, I don't care if it was an outside person, an associate who you started associating with and learning from and networking with. Every successful person has learned from somebody, people. The reason why? Because mentorship shortens the learning curve. Again, a mentor, they can help you stop making mistakes. A mentor can help you because they see the vision, and it may be something that they went through, so you don't have to take years to finish something. A mentor can help you get to that next level. But again, you got to be able to put the work in. At the same time, you got to be hungry. Put in the comments, hungry, people. And again, yes, it's Memorial Day, and happy Memorial Day to you guys. But this video here, I want to make this personal, this part here, because, you know, my mentor Wyatt, I met him through my cousin Priscilla and Uncle Kenny. At the same time, God brought us together. He seen things in me. He seen that I was going to school for screenwriting. He seen that I was taking these directing courses, and I let him know I want to do a stage play. I let him know I went to him, because at the same time, when I went to him, I let him know I'd be going to stage plays, sometimes by myself. Sometimes I wouldn't take nobody with me. At the same time, if somebody had to work or whatever, I would still go by myself. When my mother and grandmother stopped going, when my cousin and her friends stopped going, I went by myself. Why? Because I was focused on studying the arts. I was focused on studying that art because I wanted to put on a stage play of my own. So when I seek his guidance, whoa, I listened to his advice. At the same time, he seen and he stayed on me. This is why I say be around people that holds you accountable. At the same time, be around people that helps your circle grow. Because to this day, we'll remain friends. At the same time, to this day, I let him know what projects I'm working on. Every time I see him, he asks me what's going on, and I let him know. Sometimes I may let him know way before. I'm talking about Wyatt, the one-man riot. So what I'm saying, people, do not be afraid to get a mentor out there. And pray to God. Make sure they're genuine. Make sure they have that heart. Make sure they want to see you grow. Because these days, you got to know who you trust in. There were times during my stage plays when we had rehearsal and he seen the direction it was going in. So he would stop it. At the same time, he wouldn't stop it during rehearsal, but he would stop it after and let me know what we did wrong or what I did wrong and how I can improve. And when he seen me step up to be the leading actor, because our leading actor stepped away because he had another project to do, so I stepped in. As it's always saying, next man up. And that's what happened. And that's when I started acting. And it turned out great. So what I'm saying is every show that we had sold out. So a mentor is gonna see the potential. A mentor, at the same time, he's not gonna let you get comfortable. That's something I learned during my 6th stage play, because a whole lot of us got comfortable and we stopped rehearsing like we used to. And he told me, at the same time, we stopped praying to God like we used to. He told me that. But at that time, I was always telling him, no, Wyatt, we got this. We got this. So I had to learn the hard way that we didn't. You can't take your foot off the gas, people. That's my point in telling you guys that. When you really want that success, do not be afraid to ask for advice. Do not be afraid to take criticism. Do not be afraid to go to God, and thank God at the same time for the people who he's brought around you.